5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And tonight's coin toss is brought to you by Franklin Pharmacy at 810 North Main Street. Franklin Pharmacy is proud to be a sponsor of Wildcat football. Stop by or call them at 270-813-1101. Little intimidation attempt.
Not once, but twice.
Twice, yeah.
All the way and circled the goalpost and came back.
Class acts.
Yeah. All right, here we go. The Wildcats standing on the goal line. Here's the kick. And it's going to be into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So the Wildcats will take over on their 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Of course, no time off of the clock. The rule in high school is the ball into the end zone is an automatic touchback. If the player's got 1 foot or 1 cleat or 1 shoelace on the line, it's an automatic touchback. So the ball right in the middle of the field, and the Wildcats will break the huddle. Tay Jones comes wide to the right side, and it's empty backfield, double wing. They send Roby to the left side, and he gets caught for a loss, perhaps of a yard. And so it'll be 2nd down and 11.
Crowd still coming in. Franklin Simpson's side, pretty much a few seats left in the reserve. Well, they're not reserve anymore, the chairbacks. And the crowd is filled in a little bit over at South Warren side.
Not very many, though. I mean, we filled up their place when we went up there. All right, Tay Jones wide to the right side, double wing formation with McKinney as the fullback. And he's back to pass. He's rolling, he throws it, and it is knocked down. Intended for the Wildcats and knocked down by Joshua Elliott. So it'll be 3rd down and 11.
Wildcats fortunate there. That hit him right in the hands, and Elliott not able to hold on to it.
And a lot of pressure on Caudle.
And James C.J. Hayes is back not only to play offense, but he's on defense, and you just wonder about that with a kid that's coming back from a separated shoulder.
Well, I don't think it was separated. The way they were talking, it was a shoulder injury, but not a separation. So that's back pretty quick if it was. All right, the snap. Straight back to Caudle. He takes off to the right side. Got running room. And 1st down for the Wildcats. He crosses the 30, and they were putting a little rush on him. And he just tucked the ball and took off down the middle, cut to the outside, and goes for 1st down. Number 1 for the Wildcats.
Nice recognition by Jackson. They'd been getting pressure on him the first 3 plays. They actually brought Josiah down in the backfield and put pressure on Jackson, and he just used it to his advantage.
All right, gain of 14 on that. And man in motion is Brady. Brady gets the block and cuts it to the outside, back up the middle at the 40, and is knocked down as he crosses the 40 to the 41. A gain of about 8 on that. And they're going to mark it with the nose on the 41-yard line, and it'll be 2nd down and 1 with a gain of 9. First possession in the game by the Wildcats. South Warren won the toss and declined, and so the Wildcats with the football, and receiver wide to the left side, double wing with McKinney. And McKinney right up the middle, bounces off of a guy across the 45 and up to the 47-yard line, another 1st down for the Wildcats. And Coach Thurman, we had some good blocking over here on that right side.
Started to say they gave him a sliver, and then he just ran over one of the linebackers to get another couple of yards.
1st and 10, ball at the 48 is where they mark it. Tay Jones to the left side, double wing formation. Caudle gives it to McKinney, tries the left side and carries about 3 guys with him across midfield and down to the 40. Let's see where they mark it here. The 46 it will be. And Cole Kirby's helmet comes off, so he has to stay out for a play. And Jack Randolph, sophomore, 6'3", 253 in at that left tackle position. 2nd down and 5. Tay Jones to the left side this time. That's the wide side of the field. Wildcats in the double wing once again. Man in motion, that's Roby. Roby cuts it up. He's across the 40 and enough for another first down as he goes inside the 40 to the 38. First down number 3.
Nice blocking on the end over here. Nice job.
What a good job of Josiah. Steve, that's one thing he's learned to do as Saul Brady. They wait for that blocking to take form in front of them, and then they put the moves on them. 39-yard line of South Warren, the Wildcats with the football. Jones wide to the left side, double wing. And Caudle keeps it, cuts it up the field across the 35 down to the 34, and that's a gain of 5, and we'll bring up a 2nd and 5.
And I don't know how he did that. He ran right between two South Warren defenders who evidently just looked at him. I thought they were going to catch him right at the line of scrimmage, and he just split the middle of them and ran right by them.
8:47 in the first quarter. Ball at the 39-yard line, or 34-yard line, I'm sorry, of South Warren. Tay Jones wide to the left side. Same double wing formation. Caudle takes it. Gives it to McKinney off the left side, right side, across the 30. Carries 3 guys with him. Wow. 1, 2, 3. And a first down.
What did he carry? 3 guys, 4 yards?
Yeah, he did. They hit him right about just past the line of scrimmage, and so the ball now at the 29-yard line of South Warren. 8:15 left in the first quarter. First possession of the game. Tay Jones to the left side. Jackson Caudle looks everything over, double wing formation. He takes a snap and throws it out in the flat. There's a flag just overthrown, and a flag goes sailing from the umpire. And let's see what we've got. And holding against Franklin Simpson. So that was a first down. So now it will be, if they take the penalty, which they will, it'll be first down and 20. And the ball is to 39 now. 7:59 left. The pass was incomplete. The clock will start with the snap. And Tay Jones wide to the left. Double wing formation. And this time Roby split out a little bit further, snap a little high, and he gives it to Brady, and Brady loses all the way back to the 40. Somebody missed the block, and that was a linebacker.
Yeah, that was a big miss.
So that brings up second down and 10, 20, about 30. 29 they've got on the board. That's probably correct. Ball at the 48-yard line.
That is Jacob Lacey that came through, 6'2", 290 pounds. Saul felt that when he bounced on top of him.
Yep. Receiver wide to the right side. 2 receivers to each side now. Now the shotgun. Caudle takes it straight back. Got some pretty good blocking. Throws it, and it is caught by Roby up on the 40-yard line. So a gain of about 10. And that will bring up a third down and about 20.
Nice job that time, getting separation, making the catch, getting a foot in.
And had some pretty good blocking up front that time. So Caudle looking at the sideline to get to play. You got about 3 guys giving signals, and only one of them means anything, obviously. We hope.
Yeah.
3 receivers go to the right, 1 back to the left. Carlos McKinney is the fullback as they spread them out. And timeout called by South Warren. So that formation caused South Warren to call a timeout and waste one here early in the first quarter. Wildcats with the football at South Warren 40. No score. We'll be right back here listening to Wildcat Country Sports.
All right, coming back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
7 minutes, 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Wildcats have had possession since the opening kickoff. And they have the ball at the 40-yard line of South Warren. And now two receivers to each side, and Caudle back to pass. He's looking, and he's got a man deep, and it's going to be a little bit overthrown, and he got shoved in the back, but no penalty. I think, yeah, that was James, and he's telling the coach he got shoved in the back, and I thought he did too, because he went up, and while he was in the air, he got pushed, and so at any rate, the Wildcats will punt this one away. Jackson Caudle standing at midfield. A penalty and a 10-yard loss stopped the Wildcat drive. They were moving that ball very well. And there's snap a little low. Caudle gets it off. Nice punt. And a fair catch call for it. And it'll go into the end zone. And so South Warren will take over at their own 20, 1st and 10. With 6:57 left in the first quarter, Wildcats spent nearly half of that quarter, Steve.
Well, they did. And as you said, probably the biggest thing was the penalty. The 10-yard loss certainly didn't help anything, but the penalty came first, and that really kind of shut them down. And I was just thinking before that happened how well they were playing and not drawing any penalties.
All right, Hayes comes wide to the left side as Litton will take the snap. Rolls out to the right side and threw it past 32, who is Shepard, incomplete. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Need to get pressure on Litton.
Got rid of that one pretty quick, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Little short pass. So 2nd and 10. To the left side is Bird, and this time Hayes goes wide to the right side. Slot on the left, and they give it to Litton, and down he goes. Got 1 yard, maybe 2. So gain of 2, we'll call it. Ball at the 22-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Clock running at 6.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Need a stop right here.
Big play for a stop right here.
Well, they sent 2 guys in. One came off. I wonder if they've got a whole bunch of men there or if they just, somebody went off early.
Yeah, somebody went off.
3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and Litton in the backfield by himself. And the snap straight back to pass. Looks, throws it long, and it's going to be overthrown and incomplete. So that will bring up 4th down for South Warren, and the Wildcats stopped them. So it will be a punt, and Josiah Roby will be standing back at about his 35. As Coron, standing on his 10, will boot it away. And the snap. And almost blocked it straight up in the air. It goes and it hits and bounces. Everybody gets away from it, and the Wildcats will have the ball at the 42-yard line. Man, was that close or what?
That was very close. As a matter of fact, I was looking to see if Coron went down because we were all around him, and I don't know how they missed him, but great attempt at a block. And the Wildcats, they gained 22 yards on this exchange. They started at their own 20, and they're starting on the 42 this time. And I think the net yardage for South Warren was a yard.
Yep. All right. Receiver to the left side, that's Thomas. And they give it to McKinney. He goes across the line of scrimmage and gets maybe a yard at the most. Maybe a half yard.
They can't untangle them. Tell you what, Jacob Lacey's a big young man.
Who's that number?
Number 55.
55. He is, for a fact, he is 290 and 6'2". And they've run at him a couple of times.
Yes, they have.
All right, receiver wide to the left side. That's Thomas, double wing. And they give it to Brady. And Brady, somebody missed the block once again, and they're in our backfield. Steve got the figure that one out.
It's Lacey for the second time. It's almost like he alone is keying on Brady. Going to have to put him on the ground.
Yep. And so a loss on that, and it will bring up a third down in about 15. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first quarter, no score. Wildcats with their second possession. South Warren has had one possession. Double wing with the receiver to the right. Brady in motion. They give it on the inside to Roby. Roby across the 40 and up to about the 43-yard line, and a gain of about 6 or 7 on that, but brings up a fourth down after the loss. And it's fourth down and about 8. So Jackson Cottle will boot it away again, and deep is the quarterback, Ryder Litton. Waiting for the snap. And it's a good one, and he gets it away. It's a really high, and Litton.
I started to say that's a fair catch.
Sure was, and he started to run it, didn't he?
Yep, he did.
He signaled fair catch with both hands, but I guess that's okay. Not a very good. Actually, I think that probably could have been called an invalid fair catch. But
well, it was almost like he was telling guys to get away from the ball instead of signaling a fair catch.
All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 19 of South Warren, 3:43 left. Here in the first quarter, no score as Hayes comes wide to the left side. Bird goes to the right, and Elliott in the slot to the right. And Litton. Oh, man, nice tackle as Namvong was handed the ball, and he lost all the way back to the 12-yard line.
Pearson? Yep, Pearson.
And Pearson. Wow. How many times have we called that name?
Oh, my goodness.
From that inside. 3:19 left in the first quarter. Second down and about 16 for the Spartans. 2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. And Litton back to pass. He's looking, throws a little screen pass, and he dropped it. And Wildcats pick it up, but it was incomplete, and it hit him right square in the hands, and that was Namvong. So that brings up third down and about 16.
Another big third down play. Wildcats need to hold them deep in the hole here, which is a brilliant statement to make.
Okay. It's okay, you made it. All right, Hayes to the right side and Bird to the left side. And back to pass. He's looking, rolls out to the right side, throws it, and it is caught. And down he goes, but short of the first down.
Actually, he had to come back for the ball. If Litton had gotten the ball to him where he was, it would have been a first down, but he had to turn and come back to the ball, which is a good thing for the receiver to do, but it cost him a first down.
Yep, and he came back and wiggled away from the guy that was covering him too. So now Roby's standing at his 35, and see if the Wildcats put the rush on again. And timeout called by South Warren. That's their second with 2:24 left here in the second quarter. First quarter, I mean. We'll be right back. You're listening to Wildcat Country Sports.
Oh, nice block.
Coming back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Roby takes the punt at his about 30-yard line and returns it 20 yards back to midfield where the Wildcats will take over 1st and 10. And he certainly made a guy miss, didn't he?
But before that, he got a tremendous block, and I couldn't see the way the block was. I couldn't see who the player was. I thought he was going to hit him from behind. Yeah. Somehow he got in front of him and laid him out, and that sprung him.
All right, Josiah will take a break after that punt return, and into the ball game is Trey Bass at the wing back. Double wing with the receiver to the right and Bass in motion. And they give it up the middle to the fullback McKinney, and he goes across the line of scrimmage and gets a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Not much in the middle of that line right now, James.
No, but they're going to keep pounding that, you know, with Carlos, because you know, he can break one any time. So, all right, 2nd and 8 for the Wildcats. Double wing again, and they give it to Brady. Brady once again. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys back there.
They have Brady sniffed out tonight.
They not only have him sniffed out, I think they're spying on him, and they're not going to let him run the football. So we're going to have to do something else with him. Minute 12 left, and 3rd down and about 14. He has minus yardage still.
Yeah.
I don't think he
hadn't had a chance.
No, that's right. All right, double wing formation. Receiver to the left side. And they give it ball on the ground and still fighting for it, but I think the Wildcats got back on it, and that was, I couldn't see who the handoff was intended for. I don't think it was a regular, not one of our regular backs, was it?
I didn't see who.
Bass, maybe. At any rate, mishandled, and so the nice punt return was, they're going to have to call timeout again here. Go ahead and snap the ball. Shoot, let's get it over with. And down Cardle goes, no call. Litton fumbles it, and Cardle had gone down a little sooner there. Well, we might have gotten a roughing the kicker. And they're talking to the referee about it, but I think that was a...
Yeah, you're right. Jackson thought about it about 1/10 of a second too late. So it's on the 22?
22-yard line. 6.8 seconds left in the first quarter. No score. South Warren with the football. Wide to the right side goes Haynes. Nope, goes off the field. Well, that's a penalty. That is a penalty right there. The snap was a little bit high. Litton back to pass, throws it, and it's going to be incomplete.
Quarter.
And the quarter comes to a close. No score. We'll be back with the second 12 minutes. You're listening to Wildcat Country Sports. Beginning of the second quarter, South Warren with the football, the ball at their own 22-yard line. They send Hayes to the right along with Bird, and one setback. Beside of Litton, snap a little high. He's looking, throws it long, and it's not even close.
I started to say, has Litton been close on a pass yet? Well, he did hit Nabong or whatever his name is, Nambong in the hands.
That was intended for, well, he's hit this guy down here in the hands too on that screen pass. But so that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10. Cole Kirby checks into the game along with Bass. Give a little more stuff up in the middle of that line, see if we can get a rush on, and 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. He's back to pass, and the flag goes. See what we got. Illegal procedure against South Warren. That'll give them 5 and make it 3rd down and 15. Moves the ball back to, should be the 17. 11:52 left in the second quarter. No score. Bird wide to the right side along with Hayes. 2 receivers go to the left. And Litton Takes the snap a little bit high. He's looking, throws it right over the middle, and caught.
Oh.
And how'd he get away?
I don't know.
He's down the sideline. He's going to score.
That's a push in the back right there.
And how in the world he got loose, because he was caught, and that was Chris Shepard.
85 yards. Shepard. 83 officially, okay. Tell you, they got away with a push in the back right about the 10-yard line, not that it necessarily matters.
And the kick is up, and it is good, and it's 7-0. 11:35 left in the second quarter. South Warren with the lead. We'll be right back. You're listening to Wildcat Country Sports.
2, 1.
83 yards, Steve, on that pass from Litton to Shepard.
Shepard's wide open in the middle of the field, too, but the tackling left something to be desired.
And the kickoff is taken at the goal line by Roby, and he gets away, still moving down the sideline, and is hit and goes out of bounds up across the 25, and they're going to mark it at the 26. Had his heels on that end line almost, didn't he?
Yeah, he was as close as you can get and not be in there.
So the Wildcats, after driving the ball down the field, a penalty and a loss, a 10-yard loss and a 10-yard penalty, put the Wildcats' drive short, and so on an 83-yard pass, South Warren goes up. All right, the double wing formation, receiver wide to the right side. And they give it to Roby. Roby gets away from one guy, goes across the 25, and gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
It'll be 2nd and 10, no gain on that. And Tay Jones comes in. Nope, he goes out, and Bass goes in. Wildcats break the huddle. Wide to the right side is Ryland Thomas. Out of the shotgun, Jackson Cottle rolls to the right side, throws it, and it is knocked down by Bird.
Uh-oh.
And somebody down. Is that Ryland?
Yep.
I believe that's Thomas. He's had a bad shin bruise setting up, but looking at his leg. 10:33 left. Pass was incomplete, and that brings up a 3rd down and 10.
It was a good defensive play. Kept his hands, it looked like defensively, kept his hands off the receiver, just got his right hand in front of him, knocked the ball down.
Yep, so Ryland will come off of the field. Looks like he got hit on that sore leg. And as all of us know that's had a bruise of any kind, when you get hit on the same spot, well, guess what?
Smart.
Absolutely it does.
Not a lot of meat on the front of your shin either.
That's right. So the Wildcats are ready to go as the player comes off the field. .10:33 left in the second quarter. South Warren up 7-0 on an 83-yard pass and run from Litton to Shepard. So the Wildcats with a 3rd down here. Spread the field and shotgun formation by Cottle.
Oh.
And we've got motion, which will be 5 yards, and move it back to the 20.
10:33 to go in the half, 7-0 the score. South Warren on top.
3rd down and 15. And Wildcats not playing their best right now.
Nope. Looked awfully good in the opening drive.
Yep.
Didn't get it penalty and a big loss, and that ended that drive.
And timeout call by the Wildcats. Timeout on the field. 10:33 left in the second quarter. South Warren 7, Wildcats 0. We'll be right back. You're listening to Wildcat Country Sports. As double wing formation. And they give it to
Brady.
Brady cuts the corner. He's got the first down, still moving, and all the way up to midfield. And a flag goes, and that's going to be 15 yards for a tackle out of bounds. So the Wildcats with a great run by Saul Brady all the way up to the 48. And then you tack 15 more onto that for an illegal hit out of bounds, and the ball's going to be down close to the 35. And I wondered if a flag was going to fly on that, because I tell you, he was hit and went down, and the guy came in late. So the back judge called that, as a matter of fact, which is where he's supposed to be. So the ball will be at the 44-yard line.
First time Saul's had any blocking tonight.
And turn the speed on. 1st and 10. And Cottle keeps it. And they missed the face mask. But no call. And it will be a loss of 1, 2nd down and 11. All right, ball marked ready for play at the 45. And Tay Jones wide to the left side in the double wing. And motion, they give it up the middle as he crosses the 45 and gets maybe the yard back that he lost. Another Wildcat slow to get up. And that brings up, well, actually no gain, 3rd down and 11. And Bass will come out of the ball game. .908 left in the, okay. 9:08 left in the second quarter.
We'll get it together.
There you go. 2 receivers to each side. Cottle will take the snap, back to pass. He's looking. Got a man open, and he's going to be flag. Absolutely. Shoved him in the back. A 15-yard penalty from the spot will give the Wildcats the first down at about the 30-yard line. And he just climbed him, absolutely.
Still almost caught it.
Yep. So 15 yards will put the ball at the, well,
where's the ball?
20.
Oh, I see.
28's where they're. How many first downs do you have for us?
I have 6.
Okay, that's what I got. How about that? All right, ball at the 29 of South Warren. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, double wing, man in motion. And they give it to Brady.
Yep.
Goes across the line of scrimmage and gets maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down and about 9.
I give South Warren this. They're doing a good job of stretching it to the sideline. Saul's not, he got 30 yards or so when he could get around the corner.
Well, he cut that one back up that time, so no gain on that. They mark it right square on the 30 again. It'll be 2nd and 10. 8:18 left in the second quarter.
7-0 South Warren.
Receiver to the left side, man in motion.
Oh, ball. I swear.
And a fumble on the play, and South Warren recovers. And I tell you what, that comes from our two wing backs not being in there, because that was another player. So South Warren takes over with their own 20, or rather 33-yard line.
Need a stop here.
Yep, 1st and 10, 8 minutes, 2 seconds left.
Find Shepard, see where he is.
Well, got to tackle him. We can find him. And Litton comes up the middle and breaks loose, and then gets maybe a yard and is boomed down by Pearson, among others. It'll be a yard gain. 2nd down and 9. Hayes wide to the left side along with Bird. 2 receivers to the right. Collins is one of those, and then empty backfield beside Linton. Back to pass, throws it, and it is caught by Hayes, and he's gone. And South Warren goes up 13-0 at the 7:18 mark.
66-yard pass from Litton to Hayes. And 13-0, 7:18 in the half. And Spartans go up 13-0. With Alex Corin on to attempt the point after. To hold is Cameron Harrison. The kick is up.
Yeah, it's no good.
And it's
good.
It
was good. I thought it hit the cross. Well, look where the ball's at.
Yeah, it hit it and bounced over, though.
It sure did have some funny English on it.
Yep. Corin kick is good, and with 7:18 to go in the second quarter, the Spartans are up 14-0. You're listening to WFKN Sports.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Corin kicks it. It is high and going to be taken by Roby.
Oh.
And he tried to pick it up and finally got back on it, but it's at the 7 or 11-yard line. So the kick was short, and or shorter than he's been kicking it, and fumbled. So Wildcats take over at their own 12-yard line where they spot it. 7:13 left.
Hard to make that decision. That ball might have been bouncing out of bounds.
Yeah, but that's a free kick, and you can't wait
that's
to see.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to make that decision.
$14-0. South Warren with the lead over the Wildcats. Receiver goes wide to the right side, and Jackson Caudle up under center. Man in motion. And Caudle throws it to Jones. Jones across the 20. Roby. Josiah. And enough for the first down.
Jackson got rid of the ball in a hurry, just put a little air under it. Josiah ran right under it. Nice play.
A little short pass, about a 7-8 yard pass, and Josiah falls forward for the first down. Wildcats with, 7?
Yes.
No first downs for South Warren. Everything has come on long plays. There's a snap. Gives it to the fullback. I'm not sure whether that was...
I think it was Saul.
Saul Brady. 2nd and 10.
$6:25 to go in the first half. 14-0 the score. South Warren on top.
Double wing formation for the Wildcats. Receiver to the right side, which is the short side. Man in motion. And Caudle back to pass. Looks, and he's got the pass completed to James, Hunter James, all the way up to the 45-yard line. Another first down for the Wildcats. Now they set it back to the 43, where they say his knee hit. And again, just a little flare out to the left side, Steve, and James was open and made the most of it. Tay Jones wide to the right side. Jackson Caudill up under center, man in motion. Back to pass again. And Caudill gets away from one man, gets back to the line of scrimmage. And that's about it. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Jackson took a pretty good hit there. It's all clean, but he was held up, and the guy came across and pretty well leveled him.
Gain of 1 on it, 2nd down and 9. That wasn't a keeper. That was trying to get that.
That's right.
And timeout called by Franklin Simpson with 5:18 left in the first quarter. Spartans up 14-0. We'll be right back here listening to Wildcat Country Sports. 2nd down and 9. The Wildcats have the ball at the 40, their own 44. And double wing formation, man in motion. Caudill back to pass. He's looking and throws it to the left side. That's Josiah Roby down the sideline at the 40, at the 30, and knocked out of bounds up at the 24-yard line. Another first down for the Wildcats.
I'll tell you what, that was a very slick play. Everybody was going to the far side, and they came back to this side, and Josiah was all by himself.
Yep, and if you remember, they ran that over at Coel County, wasn't it? Coel County where they ran that?
Yep.
When they needed a lift. So the 24-yard line for the Wildcats. 5:07 left. Ball went out of bounds, so the clock will start with the snap. And they give it to McKinney. He goes across the line of scrimmage and gets a couple of yards.
What's the matter with the back judge down there? Oh, he's just stretching.
Yeah.
Maybe he's looking for 4-leaf clovers. I don't know.
He may be. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Tay Jones wide to the right. Brady and Josiah, they give it to Josiah, and no blocking. The flag goes in.
There you go. Now another flag comes in. Might ought to give that one to the crowd, because the crowd, he wasn't going to throw it, and the crowd got on him.
He just kind of slipped it out of his pocket, didn't he? So
that'll be a dead ball, so it won't be offsetting, right?
Well, they're both. One of them depends on what that is. If that's 10 yards, they should mark them both off. Should mark 10 against us, and then the dead ball should be 15 against them. They're discussing it right now with 4:26 left. Live ball followed by a dead ball. Both of them get marked unless they are exactly the same, and they are not. The hold would be marked from the 24, and so they would move back to the 34, and then 15 yards from a 34 would carry it down to about the 20-yard line or so. Now let's see if they do it right. Chop block against Franklin Simpson. Dead ball foul. Personal foul against them. So let's see what they do. Well, they're through with them. They got to pick them up. Yeah, he is. Let's give him a little time there, Mac. You always were impatient. No, he's not going to. He's messed that up. He messed it up. It'll still be 2nd down if they all set them.
Umpire needs to step in there. Referee's not ready.
Well, you're still discussing it. I don't know what the coach is arguing about. He came out 5 yards better.
If I was Coach Preston, I'd want the same explanation.
Well, the ball marked at the 24-yard line where it was. I wonder if they've changed that rule. Well, Coach Schlosser, he's a rules expert. We can ask him when he comes up here at halftime. So, wait a minute. Well, that's wrong. Well, we lost a yard on that. So, 2nd down and 10. All right, Cottle gives it to, man. A tackle by Willie. And a loss of 5 on, or more than that, about 8 on that. Back to the 30. It will be 3rd down, and I don't know how he's getting in there, but somebody's either not blocking him or probably have to see that film to pick that up. So 3rd down for the Wildcats and about 16. All right, out of the shotgun, Jackson Cottle back to pass. He's looking, and he runs to the left side. And he's got man down there, and it's going to be caught! Touchdown, Franklin Simpson! Oh, wow, what a catch by Tay Jones.
No.
Tay Jones.
Josiah.
Was it? Okay. 3:27 left. What a catch.
Jackson Cottle to Josiah Roby for 30 yards. Wildcats cut it to 8 with Matty Alexander on to try to dip into it a little bit more. And South Warren jumps off sides. I believe we'll decline that. And we do. Perfect pass, nice catch by Josiah. Matty can cut into that lead. Snaps a little high. She gets it up, and it's good. And the Wildcats have cut it to a 14-7 lead. We'll be back. You're listening to WX 1554 Nashville Road. Zaxby's home of the small salad, the Zensation salad, and the chicken strip dinner.
Yeah, well, DeFrey and I want to know when you're going to have that party catered. There's a kick. It's going to be taken and fumbled by Hayes, and down Hayes goes at the 25.
There goes a flag.
And a flag goes sailing in. What was that for, I wonder? Both.
I think we have a late hit.
2 officials saw it, so sure that happened. As we wait with the officials, dead ball foul, personal foul against Franklin Simpson. So from the 25, we'll go up to the 40. .317 left in the second quarter.
Didn't need to give them that yardage.
That's exactly right. And they'll spot it at the 41. .317 left in the second quarter.
Need to keep them out of the end zone here, guys.
Yes, sir. Litton to take a snap. He's got it, throws it over to Hayes, and Hayes is banged down after a gain of about 1.
I'm telling you, Hayes was going down. He saw 4 guys coming at him. He was going down.
Well, don't blame him. Don't blame him with a bad shoulder, or supposedly a bad shoulder, but gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. Hayes to the left side, along with Cameron Harrison. Receiver wide to the right, 1 setback, 1 wing back. And Litton. Now they shift. And Litton will keep it and gets a yard loss back to the 40, where it will be 3rd down and 11.
2:20 to go in the half. 14-7 the score. South Warren on top.
Ball resting squarely on the 40. Clock running. Big third down for the Wildcats here, Steve. They
Yep.
need to.
Remember, South
Take
Warren gets
care.
the ball to begin the second half.
That's right. Ty Collins to the right side. Hayes to the left side, along with Harrison. And back to pass, and he's looking, throws it long, and it's going to be caught. And down he goes at the 5. He turned around to say something, and when he did, he didn't realize he had two people back there. But Josiah Roby runs him down, and they spotted at the 4-yard line. First down for South Warren.
Third down plays are their big plays. That's what they got the 83-yard touchdown on, and that's what they get a big first down on. How many yards was that? 66-yard pass. 56-yard pass.
Minute 41 left. South Warren with the ball on the Wildcat 4-yard line. Receivers go 2 to the left and 1 to the right. And Litton.
They
will
move.
take the snap. And he cuts it back up and gets hit and carries it into the end zone. And the touchdown.
I'm going to tell you, they moved. The right guard moved. Litton goes in from 3 yards out to give the Spartans a 20-7 lead, as Coron will come on to attempt the point after. Cameron Harrison will hold. Waiting for the snap. It's a good one. Kicks up. And it's good. And the Spartans go up 21-7 with 1:21 remaining in the first half. You're listening to WFKN Sports.
And the South Warren Spartans with the lead. And a kick. And it's going deep into the end zone and will be brought out to the 20. That was, what was the total drive there, Steve? On
59.
that? 59 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And the pass was 66.
56.
56.
Yep.
And how many plays was it? 3, 4?
4.
4. So the Wildcats with the ball on their own 20 and a minute 21 left in the first quarter, trailing by 2 touchdowns, 21-7. And Jackson Cottle with the snap, back to pass. He's looking, throws it long. Oh, there's a receiver, goes down, and the pass is caught up at the 43-yard line. And was that James?
Yes.
With the catch. So a minute 12 left. The Wildcats at their own 43.
Wildcats have 1 timeout left.
And the snap a little high. Jackson Cottle back to pass again. And he's got overthrown to Roby.
I'm going to tell you that's a good job. I think Jackson threw that ball away. Roby had 2 guys on him, and the rush was coming.
Yeah, and Josiah a little bit gimpy, but he may have thought that he was going to outrun those 2 guys chasing him too. And
yeah.
So, but.
Minute exactly to go in the half.
And second down and 10. Ball at the Wildcats 43. Tay Jones wide to the left side. And double wing formation with setback. Nice pass, and Cottle is looking, throws it, and it is caught. What a catch by Roby, and another first down for the Wildcats. And to South Warren territory, they mark it at the 46-yard line of South Warren. 52 seconds left now. And Cottle with the back to pass, looks, throws it long, and he's got Tay Jones, and it is knocked down, but I got news for you. They were battling.
Yep. Good defense.
Jones and Hayes. So that brings up a second down. The clock stopped at 43 seconds now. (21-7). The Spartans leading the Wildcats. Saul Brady in the slot out to the right as they wait to get the play in. Two receivers to the right, to the left. McKinney and the fullback right beside the Caudle. A little high with the snap. Got it. Throws it over to Tay Jones. He's got it. Not enough for the first down. Across the 40 to the 37.
Timeout.
33 seconds left, and timeout called by the Wildcats to stop the clock at 32 seconds. So with timeout on the field, 32 seconds left in the first half. 21-7 Spartans. We'll be right back here listening to Wildcat Country Sports. To the timeout. Ball at the 38 of South Warren. 32 seconds left in the first half. Wildcats down 2 touchdowns.
Whatever they do, they got to get out of bounds.
Yes, sir. Or score.
Yeah.
And Jackson Caudle back to pass. Throws it long, and he's got Josiah down there, and he's touchdown! Whoa, he beat 2 players. He beat Hayes and Bird both for that catch.
38 yards.
Wow, with 25 seconds left.
I'm telling you, Jackson Caudle has, this is his breakout game passing. They go 80 yards.
Wow.
Maddie will try to cut it to 7 here.
38-yard pass, was it?
It was for a fact. Waiting for the snap. It's a good one. Ball's down. Kick is up. And it's good. And the Wildcats have cut it to 7. 21-14 with 25.5 seconds left in the half. You're listening to WFKN Sports.
They've trailed by 2 touchdowns twice in this game. And, man, what a game. As Baker waits for the sign, there it is. There's a kick. And it is going to be...
We're offsides.
A flag. That's what that is.
That's all right. I didn't like that kick particularly anyway. James wants to do it again.
Well, Hayes is not in there, Steve. I just noticed. Litton is back.
Hayes on the sideline, pacing the sideline over there with his helmet off.
So a kick from a 35 now as the Wildcats went offsides. And South Warren moves their players all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Colin Preston is talking to his guys on this side, pretty animated about something.
All righty. Ready to go again as we'll wait the whistle from the referee. There it is, and here's a kick. It's on the ground. Hits off of the running back, and he gets away from one guy, and down he goes as the clock runs to 16 seconds. And the ball at the 35. So what the Wildcats have got to watch for now is the long one, Steve.
Yep. They've clawed their way back again. I shouldn't say they gave them a long one, but they need to be careful. And the way Litton they may take a knee here, but we better be careful with that.
Well, it looks like they're going to take a knee here with 16 seconds left, and they do, and that'll run the clock out at the half. It's 21 for South Warren, 14 for Franklin Simpson. Steve will be along with a halftime guest. We'll be right back. You're listening to Wildcat Country Sports. South Warren up 21-14 here at the half. Here's the way the scoring went. Nothing in the first quarter, but in the second quarter, just inside the second quarter, 11:35 mark, Ryder Litton to Chris Shepard. An 83-yard pass. Looked like we had the Shepard down, but he jerked loose, went 83 yards. It was three-play drive. Kick by Alex Coron was good. The rest of the scoring here in the second quarter of play, it's 7:18 mark. Litton to C.J. Hayes, 66 yards in two plays. Coron with the extra point, and South Warren was up 14-0. But the Wildcats right back. About 3.5 minutes later, Jackson Cottle on a 30-yard pass to Josiah Roby, an 88-yard, 8-play drive. Matty Alexander with the extra point, and it was 14-7. But with 1:31 left, Litton on a 4-yard run following a 56-yard pass from Litton to Hayes. And Litton scores on a 4-yard run, so it was 59-yard, 4-play drive. Coron put the extra point up, and it's 21-7. Looked like the Wildcats were going in on a bad note, but a Jackson Cottle to Josiah Roby 38-yard pass caps off an 80-yard, 4-play drive. Matty with the extra point, and at halftime, that scoring came, by the way, at 25 seconds left. And so halftime, 21 for South Warren, 14 for the Wildcats. It will be South Warren to receive the kickoff to begin the second half as both teams head for the sidelines and we'll be ready to go. What a great first half of high school football. Great plays and good tackling. And
that's a great half for Jackson.
And I noticed that Hayes is not back to catch the kickoff. It'll be Litton back at the 15-yard line as Baker will boot it away. There's the whistle. Here's a kick, and it is a squib kick. It hits, and Litton bounces off of him, and he just has to down it at the 20-yard line, and that was a hard one to handle, Steve. That ball bounced, and Litton was going to pick it up, and just as he tried to pick it up, the old oblong football bounced up, hit him in the chin, bounced and hit him in the chest, and he decided just to clear all that off and fall on the football.
Kind of like chasing up the arm of a baseball player.
Yeah. Best thing to do, just knock her down, isn't it? All right, here we go with two players to the left, one to the right, one set back behind Litton. And he hands it off, and down he goes across the 25 up to about the 26-yard line. And that was Nambong.
Pretty well shut Nambong down in the first half, but he wasn't the one doing us the damage.
Gain of about 7 on that. It'll be second down and about 3, a long 3. As to the right side comes Collins. 2 receivers go left, 1 set back. That's Nambong, and Litton takes the snap, back to pass, was going to throw it, and he gets in some trouble, looks and throws it to Hayes, and Hayes is boomed down, got the first down, but a broken play, but they made the most out of it. And that'll be a first down for South Warren. I think Litton was planning on running, showing a little short pass, and the Wildcats had it covered well.
Yep.
Bird comes wide to the right, and Hayes goes in the slot on the right side for South Warren. Receiver all the way over to the left, and they give it in the middle to Nambong, and he lost a yard. Nice play in the middle of that line. Looked like Jordan Bass was in there along with a couple others.
21-14 with 10:30 in the third quarter.
Second and 11.
Opening drive.
Nam Vong, the running back, in same formation, 2 players to the right, Litton up under center. Will take it and gives it to Nam Vong again, and he is hit as he crossed the line of scrimmage. At the 40, he goes down. They give him to the 41. That brings up a 3rd and about 6.
Which has been our demise all night long. 3rd and long has not worked well for us.
Yep. Clock running at 9:54 in the 3rd quarter. Southbourne up 21-14.
Big 3rd down play.
Right, to the right side is Bird and Hayes. Receiver back to the left side as Litton waits for the snap. Now they send a man in motion over to the left side. Wildcats shift. And they give it to Nam Vong. And, down he goes at the line of scrimmage.
Hit him hard, too.
Sure did. Some good licks in the middle of that line, and I didn't tell who it is. Looked like Bass again from that defensive end.
Bass and Harvey.
Okay. And Josiah Roby drops back in to receive the punt at about the 20-yard line. Coron to punt it away.
Be careful here.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's a snap. It's a good one, and they kick, and it's going to go out of bounds over about the 20-yard line. So
he's going to bark it on the 19.
Yep. So kicking it away from Josiah. They didn't want him touching it, did they? So Wildcats take over at the 19.
Well, they took over at the 12 and scored a touchdown, so maybe they can do the same thing. And, James, as I said at the end of halftime, that was a big test for the Wildcats right there, and they came through. That's test number 1 here in the second half. Now what they can do with it.
We will see.
3 3 big plays has us down.
Yep. Of course, we've had a couple ourselves.
Yep.
And wide to the left side is Carlos McKinney. And they give it to Roby. Here he comes. He's got running room at the 30 and across the 30 and enough for the first down. Josiah Roby right off of that tackle, Steve.
Nice blocking that time by the left side of that line. And James, when you look at this ball game, Southwark, they're up 21-14. Their defense has been on that field a long time tonight.
Yeah, sure has. We've got that's 11 first downs I've got. What have you got?
I had 12, but I gave
right.
One of those was on a touchdown.
And up the middle. And nothing much going on from the outside, but I guarantee you there's a lot of stuff going on in the middle there.
Yep.
So second down and 9 after a gain of 1. 8-12 in the 3rd quarter. 21-14, South Warren with the lead. Wildcats will send Tay wide to the right side. 2 wing backs. McKinney is the fullback, and they give it to Roby.
I think it's Jackson. Josiah, yep.
Yeah. And he gets up to the 35-yard line, which is a gain of about 2. I'll bring up a 3rd down in about, it looks like about 8.
Need a big play here.
Yep, depends on where they mark it, and they're marking it right on the line, right on the 35. 7.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Wildcats could use a score here and get this thing back even again. Tay Jones wide to the left side. And receiver in the slot, receiver to the left out of the shotgun. Caudill back to pass. He's looking and throws it.
That's
pass
interference.
And the flag.
There's another flag
over there. But that should have been a flag right there because he hit him right square in the back before he ever could get to the ball.
I believe that's going to be defensive holding.
Well, we will see. Now this is a 3rd down, so let's see what happens here as the referee heads toward us to see what the call is.
Nope, bringing it up illegal.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
And they refused it.
That's 4th down. So
I sure thought he hit him early.
Oh, I did too. But see, this guy was making that call, and the back judge was way back down the field there because there was some deep. So officials didn't have the coverage on that. And I don't know who he would have seen that was downfield that wasn't supposed to be. All right, Jackson Cottle standing on his 24. Snaps a little low. He gets it off, and it's going to hit and bounce down, go out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
And Litton has to have something to say to the Wildcats while he's on our side of the field.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, I tell you, he's had a pretty good ball game. He's don't like necessarily his attitude, but he's a player.
And the ball at the 40 of South Warren. Wildcats trailing at 21-14 with 6:56 left in the third quarter. Hayes splits out to the left side along with Bird. And to the right side is Collins. And the snap. And right up the middle he comes. He got some running room. To the outside, and he stops and steps out of bounds. Didn't like much being unsportsmanlike, did it?
Nope.
And the run by Litton gives a first down for South Warren, and they say he stepped out at the 31. Had a nice hole to go through on that right side.
He did.
He made a pretty nice move. Bird wide to the left, Hayes in the slot on the left side. Collins split out to the right. And Litton tries to run it again and didn't get quite as far this time.
They've had several high snaps. He had to jump to get that one. He's had 2 or 3 he's had to jump for. He's had a couple that he's just had to reach over his head for.
Yep.
I'd like for one to go about 10 yards behind him.
Would be good. Tyler Doss with a tackle on that. One lineman over on that side, couldn't say who that was, but gain of 1. Second down and 9. As Litton takes a snap, throws it over to Hayes, and Hayes down the sideline and run out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Just a little quick one. Hayes took about 3 steps down the field and then about 2 back, and he was wide open. And run out on the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for South Warren. 5:56 left in the third here. Hayes to the right side this time along with Bird. Collins to the left side to snap. And Litton keeps it. Goes down the line and gets about 9 yards to the left side. A couple of 3 Wildcats way down to the end there. Steve couldn't see who.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Tackle. I think Cade Harvey was out there, I think.
6.
Second down and 1. Same formation. Litton will take the snap with Nambong right beside of him. He gives it to Nambong and whistle blew.
Timeout.
And illegal procedure against South Warren. So that helps the Wildcats out. See if we can do something with that here. It'll be second down and 6. The ball at the 11. And the clock runs at the 5-minute mark. Hayes to the right along with Bird. And Collins to the left side. Litton up under center this time with Nam Vong as the only setback. Pitches it back to him, and he's going to be caught down behind the line of scrimmage by Tyler Doss.
Brady.
Number 2's Doss.
Well, 18's Brady, and he was on him too.
Yeah, but Doss made that first lick there, and then Brady came up and got him. So 4.5 minutes left, and the loss of about 2 on that, and it's 3rd down and about 8 now. Big 3rd down play here for the Wildcats. Bird to the left.
And
Along
Hayes.
with Hayes. And Collins to the right. And Litton takes the snap, back to pass, looks to throw, throws it, and it is incomplete. Nice play by Jackson Caudle back there, Steve. Because they almost intercepted that.
Absolutely. It was a great play. I thought he had it too.
Yep.
But it must have come loose as he went down.
Yep.
And they'll try a field goal with 4:02 left. Ball to be placed on the square on the 20-yard line.
It'll be a 30-yard kick, and the snap kick is down, and it is up, and it is good. So Coron adds 3 points for South Warren. 24-14, 3:58 left in the 3rd quarter. South Warren with the lead. We'll be right back. You're listening to Wildcat Country Sports.
So it's still a 2-score ball game, but not insurmountable.
24-14 as Coron gets ready to boot it away, and Coron with a kick, and it is high, and it's going to be taken in the end zone, and it will be a touchback, and the Wildcats will take over at their own 20. Saw Brady and Josiah back. They switched places that time, but Brady was in the end zone, so automatic touchback.
Looked like it's going to be short. I was surprised when I watched the ball in flight, and then I looked back, and I thought it was going to come down about the 5-yard line, and he was in the end zone.
Yep, he's got a kick that looks like that for some reason. 3:58 left in the 3rd. Wildcats with the football. Need to go 80 yards here. Tay Jones wide to the left side. One setback with the double wing. And Caudle throws it out to Tay. Tay up to the 25-yard line, so a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd and 5. Nice little pattern there. They just turned around and playing way off the ball that time, Steve, and Caudle just right up and fired it over to Tay and got the 5 yards, 2nd and 5.
I think this is going to by far be Jackson Caudle's best passing night probably of his career.
I think you're probably right, because didn't throw much last year at all. And man in motion, and they give it to, is that Roby?
Yep.
And he gets enough for the 1st down across the 30 and up to about the 34. Well, Josiah and the coach having something to say to the official on this side after that. And the ball at the 33.5. 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. 24-14, South Warren with the lead over our Wildcats. And Tay Jones wide to the left side. Double wing formation. Brady to the right and Josiah to the left. Snap. And throws it down, and it's going to be incomplete. And I'm going to tell you,
that's a flag.
And I think he's going to
pass interference.
Pass interference against Hayes. And he did that. And see where it was.
Flag was on the 44.
Yeah. Yep.
That doesn't matter in high school though, does
it's
it?
15-yard penalty.
From the spot of the foul. I mean, from the line of scrimmage.
Yep, 15
Still be a 1st down.
Absolutely. And, you know, it talked about us not being able to cover Hayes. Hayes hadn't been able to cover at least two of our guys. Ball at the 48 and a half. So we know he marked it off because it was a half yard in that other one. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the 48 and a half. 2:37 left in the third quarter. Double wing formation, and Rylan Thomas to the left now, man in motion. They give it to Roby. He cuts it back up the middle to the outside. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown, Josiah Roby. Wow.
2 yards. Josiah Roby, 52-yard run. Boy, some nice blocking on the left side of that line as Josiah turned. He broke the line of scrimmage, and that's a speed we haven't seen, I don't believe, out of Josiah. He's fast, but he really was fast that time. And Maddie will try to cut this lead to 3, and the Wildcats keep trying to claw back. 2:25 to go in the third quarter as Madison Alexander will try to cut it to a 24-21 lead. Jackson waits for the snap. It's a little high. She gets it down. The kick is up. No, it's off to the left.
Wow. He was leaning around, wasn't he?
Yep, he was pretty definite when he came out of that. But the Wildcats cut it to 4. We'll be back. You're listening to WFKN Sports. Great blocking on the left side of that line that time.
Wasn't it? And he turned the afterburners on.
No, he did.
Waits for the whistle, and Baker with the kick. And it's going to be over his head and all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Oh, they moved way up, and he just fooled them, didn't he? So South Warren takes over at their 20.
Big series for the Wildcats coming up here.
Yes, sir. And, you know, they had Hayes back there earlier in the game, and he hadn't been back there.
No.
Still playing. Imagine it has to do with, I mean, you know, he got to be a little bit out of shape because he hadn't played in, 3 weeks?
3 weeks, I think, yeah.
All right, Hayes wide to the right and Bird wide to the left. One wing back and one set back as Litton.
That's a fumble.
And looks like the Wildcats have it.
Cade Harvey.
Cade Harvey comes out with a fumble, and so the Wildcats take over at the 20-yard or 19-yard line of South Warren as Litton fumbled the football. So Wildcats in great position here, Steve, to take the lead at the 2:15 mark in the third quarter. What a game this has been. My goodness.
And how about the Wildcats? They just won't lay down, will they?
Absolutely. And listen to the crowd, folks. Empty backfield, and they give the ball to, and he fumbled it, and it's going to be out of bounds. Wildcats keep it, but it's way back at the 35-yard line. Just ripped that ball out. I don't even know who the ball carrier was.
Roby.
Okay. So, wow, all the way back.
20-yard loss.
Yep, to the 39. I got to go all the way to the 9. So a second down and 30. See if we can fight this battle here as Rylan Thomas goes wide to the right. Roby in motion. Back to pass is Cottle. And he throws it to Roby. And that was a throwback again, and that time it didn't work as linebacker was over there. I believe that was
Shepard.
Outside linebacker. Didn't fool him that time. Minute 48 left. Third down, as there was no gain on that play. Ball
Actually, it was about a 4-yard loss. It was on the 39.
Yeah, that's right. 43 is where it is now.
Yeah.
Minute and a half left. And Caudle back to pass. He's looking. Got a man deep, and it's going to be. Oh, that's passing.
Yep, and they got it.
Sure it is. He can't cover him. They can't cover him.
Well, they almost tackled him.
That'll be a nice automatic first down. I wouldn't think so.
Yeah. Well,
So
South Warren's coaches aren't saying a word to the officials. That thing was as clear as it could be. I don't know why anybody would have thought it was offensive.
that'll be a 15-yard penalty. And that will put it at the 28-yard line and be a first down.
I've got 15 for
Oh,
us.
they didn't give him a first down.
Evidently, it's not an automatic first down.
Well, it used to be. I guess I need to read the rule book. All right, 2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. And Jackson Caudle.
There's a hold.
And throws it in the end zone, and it's out of bounds.
Well, the officials are talking about it.
Yeah, he said
Yep, now they call it out of bounds. But we're going to get a hold. They'll probably decline this.
Yeah. Bring up a fourth down if they decline it. And it's from the 28. They declined it, so it'll bring up fourth down from the 28 of South Warren.
Still got about 20 yards to go.
If they need to go to the 9-yard line for a first down. Well, big play here for the Wildcats as they break the huddle and send 3 receivers to the right, 1 back to the left. Well, there's nobody out here on Josiah. And they throw it right down the middle, and it's overthrown. Wow. Wow. Josiah had nobody out here. I wished he could have got it to him earlier and quicker and let him work on Bird, but didn't happen, so ball goes over. I wonder when they changed that rule, because that defensive pass interference is a loss of down. So anyway, evidently they changed it because nobody said anything either. Nobody knows. 24-20, a minute 3 left in the third quarter. South Warren with a 4-point lead. And Litton will take it to bad snap, and he comes up. That's not Litton. That's down he goes. That is
Harrison.
Harrison with the football. Was Litton not on the field? He's not.
No, in that last series down here where they got the field goal, Litton came up gimpy a couple of times.
So a gain of about 4 will be second down and 6.
Oh, that was a big opportunity for the Wildcats they couldn't convert on.
Yep, they fumble once again that we finally got back, but a 30-yard loss. Collins to the right side, and Harrison throws it over to Johnson, and Johnson is pushed out of bounds. But enough for the first down. He's pushed out at about the 48-yard line. "15 seconds in the third quarter. Ball was out of bounds, so it'll be 1st and 10. Ball at the 48 of South Warren. Bird to the right side. Hayes in the slot on the right. And Collins wide out on the left side. Harrison will take the snap, throws it out to Hayes, and Hayes is thrown out of bounds across midfield to about the 40.
That'll be the end of the quarter.
Now they're going to mark it at the 46, and that will bring the third quarter to a close. Wildcats trailing at 24-20. They gained a couple of points on them. We'll be right back. You're listening to Wildcat Country Sports. So the ball at the 46. They've got to go to the 48 on the other side. All right, Harrison takes the snap up high, tries to throw it, throws it long, and he's got a man wide open, and he dropped it. He just dropped the football. It hit him in the hands. Bird was wide open. Certainly not Harrison's fault, was it?
Nope. Perfect pass. It was touchdown for sure.
So third down.
I'm sorry, I do not see Litton. I know he's over there in that crowd somewhere, but I don't.
All right, receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right for Harrison on a third down and about 4. Snaps a little high again, throws it over to Hayes, and Hayes loses a yard. And they'll bring up fourth down. Oh, it looks like they're going to kick.
Everybody stay at home. I don't trust them at all. 11:25, clock running. 24-20, South Warren. They're giving the ball up to the Wildcats, maybe.
There's a snap, and the kick is high. Josiah says stay away from it, and it goes out about the 10-yard line, somewhere about 8-7. So first and 10 for the Wildcats, the ball on their own 7. See if they can pull off one of those magnificent 80-yard plays here.
And take 11 minutes and 7 seconds off and score as the clock runs out.
There you go.
I don't want much.
No. Right now, I just take anything to get on the scoreboard.
Yep. And if not, just get down the field some. That's a dangerous place to be right now.
Yep. And the receiver goes wide to the left side for the Wildcats. Double wing, man in motion. And called back to pass, and he's looking, and he's going to turn it up the field. And
what was that? What is that?
No, I don't think
he did.
I don't think it was even close. Who's the player?
I think it's a referee. I mean, the official.
Oh. Well, if he blew his whistle, well, that's the proper thing.
Yep, it is. That'd be the third inadvertent whistle we've gotten this season.
Yep. I guess if he got hit, you got to stay out of the way. There's a leg cramp for South Warren, and while all on, second down and 9. Now what? You guys haven't worked a 4-man crew in a long time, I'll bet you. All right, ready to go. 11 minutes left in the game. Wildcats with the football. There's a snap. Throws it over to Ryland Thomas. And out of bounds, and I believe enough for the first down. It is. How many you got, Bubba?
I got 16. How
Me
you
too.
got?
About wore all the lead out of my pencil.
That's something to have 16 first downs and be down by 4.
Yep. Last week we didn't have any first downs and it was up to 53. All right, first and 10 for the Wildcats. Jackson Cottle takes a snap, gives it
Oh.
Faked it up the middle to the fullback.
Carlos is standing at the 40-yard line by himself. He said, I wish I had that ball.
Boy, he ain't the only one who wishes that. Loss of about 2 on that. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Ball back at the 17. Tay Jones wide to the left. And the snap. Gives it to that
Carlos.
was Carlos, and he gets it up to the 20. So gets the 3 back that they lost, +1, and it's the ball at the 20, a 3rd down and about 9.
We need this first down, boys.
And a worst way right here.
9:55 to go in the game, 24-20 South Warren.
Wildcats break the huddle, send Tay Jones to the left side. And the snap, fakes it. Got it wide open.
Oh!
No, just out of his reach. He had Josiah Roby open and just threw it a little bit long, right off of his fingertips.
I started to say, just got his fingertips on it.
So that brings up 4th down, ball on the 20. Now B. Jackson Caudle to boot it away. Wow, just a hair, man. And he would have been gone. And they've got Hayes back standing at his 45. Snap, it's a good one, and it's a real high kick, and it's going to hit. Take a Wildcat bounce. Bounces across midfield all the way back into South Warren territory at 46-yard line. So a nice punt. Kept Hayes from getting his hands on it, and South Warren will take over at their 46-yard line. 1st and 10, 9:20 left in the game.
Official timeout. Is that a water timeout? Yep, that's a water timeout.
I believe it is. Timeout on the field. We'll be right back. 9:20 left in the game. Wildcats down before. You're listening to Wildcat Country Sports. Field, does he?
I think that's him on the far end over there with a towel on his shoulder with his pads off.
All right, coming back in 5, 4,
Flag.
3, 2, 1.
And the handoff goes to Hayes, who gains about 8 yards, but a flag right at the line of scrimmage. And I'd almost bet that's a big hole. What do you say?
Yep.
And that will move the ball back to the 36-yard line.
Official's not even going to give a signal, is he? He just picked his flagged up.
No, I think he already did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. So 1st down and about 21 or 2-yard lines. Penalty came behind the line. There's a snap. Oh, way back into the backfield, all the way back to the 20-yard line.
We got it.
Wildcats have it. Wildcats have it at the 22-yard line. 1st and 10.
You know, James, I said a few minutes ago that those snaps had been high all night long, and that one was just over the head of Cameron Harrison.
Yep. Well, Harrison 5'10", and Ryder is 5'11", so I guess an inch.
Yeah. Right on the 25.
25-yard line. Wildcats trailing it before 24-20 with 8:58 left in the ball game.
And the crowd has come alive.
Yeah, well, they've been pretty noisy all night. Give them credit for that. Got a leg cramp there, Bubba?
No, just need to stand up a minute.
Okay. I formation. And a quick pitch back to Roby. And he gets nailed at the 30, so a loss of 5, not a good way to start. Wow. Josiah was trying to find him a place to run, and there wasn't any. Loss of 5, 2nd and 15. Ball at South Warren's 30-yard line.
Clock running at 8:30 with the Wildcats down by 4, 24-20.
Receiver wide to the right for the Wildcats. And McKinney. And Jackson Caudle keeps it, tries to get to the outside to 30, still moving, and runs across to the 25. So gets back to the 5 yards that they lost and bring up a 3rd and 10. Need another block or two.
Yep, or a little more real estate.
Yep.
Well, James, this is the second big break the Wildcats had. They had the ball, I think, at the 19-yard line on the other end of the field in the third quarter, and first play lost about 20 yards. They really need to convert this third down. I'm sure they're in two-down territory here.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that, and need to pull something out of the hat here. What haven't we run, Steve? Man in motion. And they give it on the reverse to Roby. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and 10.
There comes Lacey back in the ball game. He's been out for several plays.
Yeah, he's
not 100%.
No.
A very big play for the Wildcats right here.
Is it not? 7.5 minutes left in the game. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. As Caudle rolls out to the right side, he's looking, got a man wide open, and it is intercepted, which is a...
Hey, that may not be the worst thing.
That's right, at the 5-yard line.
It's better than a punt into the end zone.
That's true. So South Warren gets the ball at the 6. That was 4th down. He should have just knocked that one down, but Hayes is the one that intercepted that, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, that's what they're saying down there. 6-yard line.
Yep.
Better than a punt.
Yes, sir. So, if Wildcats could happen to get a safety here, another snap back over the head, why, that would get us 2 points closer.
He's not going to run from the shotgun.
I got that right. All right, Harrison up under center. And the snap, and he... Oh! Safety!
No, he's not going to call it. He's not going to give him the safety.
But he's back at the 1. Oh, my goodness.
Who was that got through there?
He got nailed by somebody. So the ball at the 1-yard line. A loss of 6.
That was Nambong, I believe, that ran the ball.
Yeah. Now Harrison up under center, and the Wildcats, he's trying to bring it out, and he gets it out maybe to got it a half a yard on that, so it brings up 3rd down and about 13. Ball at the 3. Clock running at 6:19. Wildcats need to make their own break here, Steve. They need to be sure they... All right, wide to the left side is Bird.
Good to go from the shotgun.
And he throws it to Hayes, and it's going to be intercepted! Roby intercepts at the 30-yard line.
Jones.
Hey, Jones. Well, and now the guy that didn't catch a pass has got, wow, Wildcats have got to capitalize on one of these, Steve. 5:55 left, another leg cramp, so timeout on the field, 5:55 left. Wildcats with the ball at the 29 of South Warren, trailing it by 4, 24-20. We'll be right back. You're listening to Wildcat Country Sports.
4, 3, 2, 1.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats at South Warren's 29. Caudle rolls out and incomplete. Intended for, that's Tay, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
So 2nd down and 10. See if we can pull something off here, Bubba. 5 minutes, 50 seconds left in the game. South Warren up 24-20. Wildcats with the football.
Inside the 30.
Yes, sir. Need points. Need points. Receiver wide to the right side as Jackson Cottle gives it on a reverse.
Oh.
That play has not worked all night, and they lose back to the 32. So third down and about 14. Try to run and play wide, and it just, the blocking wasn't there, and South Warren was. Or I don't know, the defense, I guess. The way the defense was lined up didn't give it to that play much chance of working. All right, here we go. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Jackson Cottle. Ball rolls back, picks it up, rolls to the left side. He's looking and throws it deep.
Oh, it's got to be interference. They got it.
Wow. Holy cow, he beat him to death. That was at the goal line, and it's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
That ought to be real close to a first down.
Well, yeah, because it was 14 and the penalty will be 15. They should mark it at about the 20 or the 17 or 18-yard line. I mean, you know, the pass interference penalties they haven't even been close.
Well, what are we doing? Oh, they're getting ready to mark it off.
I think they're trying to see whether that's...
Well, they moved the box. I wondered why he was moving the box.
And they mark it off, and it's exactly what we said, a 15-yard penalty, and he got on the hash marks, and that's exactly what he should have done. And ball is at the 18-yard line, Steve, 1st and 10. 4:59 left in the game. Wildcats down before.
Well, no question about it. They sandwiched the receiver.
Oh, he was...
2 flags came at it.
Yeah, he climbed his back. There was, no doubt about that. All right, here we go. Man in motion, that's Roby. He gives it to Roby, cuts it back up, gets across the line of scrimmage, and picked up maybe a yard and maybe not. Yep, got 1. 2nd and 9. Clock continues to run at 4:37. 23-yard line the ball is. We're in 4-down territory, of course, but 2nd and 9 here. Man in motion. Golly, loss of about 4 yards on that. And, that... So he lost 1, I guess. 3rd down and about 11 now. Well, got to pick us out something that works here, Steve.
Yeah.
Third and 11 as Wildcats break the huddle. Receivers 2 go to the right, 2 to the left. Cottle out of the shotgun, takes it a little bit high, back to pass, throws it down in the end zone, and it is, wow. Wow. What a play defensively as Hayes really nailed him.
They all got there at the same time.
Yeah,
It was
it was not. I'm not saying it was dirty. It was, yeah. So timeout on the field. 3:31 left. It's 4th down and 11. And whoop, I'm sorry. We'll stay right here for at least 12 yards. Two receivers right, two left. Jackson Caudill waits for the snap. He's got Carlos McKinney right beside of him as they wait for the snap. It's a good one. And back he rolls to the right, throws it down. It's going to be incomplete. But the ball comes back out to the 19 as the Wildcats couldn't make any ground. They lost a yard. That's 2 times that we got the ball in scoring position. 3:24 left, and it's getting down to something serious now with a 24-20 lead by South Warren. And
both teams have all 3 timeouts with 3:24 left.
Yep, we've had a lot of timeouts, but they've all been injury timeouts, including an official.
But the Wildcats don't need to give up any big plays.
Oh, you're right. And Harrison will go up under center. And he hands it off, and ball goes down.
Pearson,
he didn't even fall on him. He just boomed him down. A loss of about 6. And timeout on the field. Wildcats call a timeout, 3:07 mark. Second down and about 15. We'll be right back. You're listening to Wildcat Country Sports.
What's Coach Brett?
We're coming back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, the snap went back to the quarterback, Harrison, and Cade Harvey absolutely unloaded on him, and a timeout called again by the Wildcats, and we're just going to keep it here, Steve, at 3:06 mark, and the ball is inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. What's the coach wanting now?
Cade Harvey absolutely was shot out of a cannon.
Wow.
And decked.
And the snap is a little high. He throws it long, and it's going to be way overthrown. And so that brings up a 4th down, does the Wildcats a favor by stopping the clock.
Yep. Well, they had a 4th and 22. Really didn't have a choice but to throw it. But you're right, it certainly helped us to stop the clock.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm sure right now he wishes he had that back and ran some kind of a sweep to take time off the clock and not run out of bounds. So it will be Coron standing about 5 yards deep in his end zone, waiting for the snap, and it's a good snap. And it's blocked, and it is
safety.
A safety! 24-22. So now a field goal would win it, Steve.
A field goal will win it. The Wildcats will get a free kick or receive a free kick. James Baker with the block. My goodness. Yeah, I don't think he can kick it that far. He's back to the 10.
Move up, guys. And there you go. Coach is moving them up. All right. At the 30 now. And Coron will boot it away. And there it is. And it's going to Brady. And Brady's going to take it at the 20. Comes to the right side. Oh, a nice block. Cuts it back up. Still moving. And down it goes at the 32-yard line with 2:47 left in the ball game. Wildcats with the football. So Wildcats can stop it one time. Man, that was a heck of a boot, wasn't it?
Yep. 33-yard line, 67 yards from a win with 2:47 to go.
Maddie down there stretching that leg out. She's wanting a chance. All right, 2 receivers to each side. And a snap. Back. Throws it over to James, a gain of about 5. Clock running.
If you're going to run that, you got to get out of bounds.
Yep, ball at the 39-yard line. Second down and about 5. And the Cardinals looking and can't get out of bounds. Goes across the 40 and down to the 42-yard line, and South Warren player down. They'll have to stop the clock for that.
We need to line up. 2:08 to go.
Well, yeah, we've got 2 downs to get it, so with timeout on the field, we'll go back to studio, pick up this message, and then we'll be right back. You're listening to Wildcat Country Sports. Okay, Wildcats with a third down and about 2:08 left in the game. They're at the line. Ball at the 41. And a snap. And he gives it. Caldwell kept it and got back to the 40, and that was it. Now we've got a player down. He's up. Big fourth down. We lost 2 there, Steve. We have lost our blocking up front. Of course, they're rushing a lot of guys. Ball game is right here with 1:41 left. All rests on this one play right here.
It does. Down to 1.5 minutes.
And the snap. Caudill. Not going to get it. He got no blocking. And a
face
flag
mask.
and a face mask.
He can believe it.
Yeah, he better believe it. A face mask will give us the first down. I thought it was over, but
The flag is the proof he can believe it.
that's right. And that'll be 15 yards. And the first down. 35, 38.
He said he held his fist up like a fourth down, and even if it's a 5-yard, it's a first down.
Yep.
There is no 5-yard face mask.
Not, that's right, there isn't. What can they be talking about now?
Well, the coach is out on the field over there, wants to know. I have no idea what they're doing. Well, what? I don't understand. What are they measuring for?
I don't know.
What's going on? I can't understand what we're.
These guys are usually awfully good. They're moving the ball and they're bringing the chains over to measure. Oh, I see. All right.
There is a 5-yard face mask.
I think that's not intentional, right?
Is it going to be a first down?
It's going to be a little short.
That's so close.
It's a little short.
No, it's not.
It'll be fourth and about a foot.
But it's fourth down. We get the down.
Yeah, South Warren was celebrating, but we got a foot here to go.
I agreed with you. I thought they did away with the 5-yard in high school.
All right. 1:22 left. Jackson Caudill right up on the line. See if we can get this charge.
He got
He
it.
got it.
Yep, there you are.
So 1:18 left now. Wildcats with a first down at the 44-yard line.
We got to dial a couple of successful plays up. We can't have this losses and stops in the middle and all that stuff.
Can't have 3-yard gains. We got to have something substantial here. And, of course, Josiah out of the ball game. Jackson Caudill back to pass. And
Get out of
can't
bounds.
get to it and goes out of bounds. And, wow. Gain of a few yards there. But, again, that's not what we need. Gain of 1, I guess they say, stepped out right on the 45. Minute 8 left. All right, 2 receivers to each side. Jackson Cottle takes a snap. Back to pass. He's looking, rolls out to the right. There's
First down, this is coming back.
We go back to the 30.
Yep. 10-yard penalty, and I did not see it. There was a whole lot of stuff going on, so.
Going to make the 46. 24-yard third.
Ball will go back to the 30. 56 seconds left.
Ball will be on the 30-yard line. They've got to go to the 46 of South Warren.
We got to get some people open here as Hunter James checks into the ball game. I wonder if he can be a hero one more time. I don't know where we even got that. All right, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, 1 setback. That's McKinney. And Cottle back to pass again. Throws it long. He's got James out there. A first down at the 42 of South Warren.
Line up on the ball. Get on the ball. Get on the ball.
Moving the chains, and the Wildcats.
Hurry up.
Clock starts. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Back to pass again. And there he is, open again.
Uh-oh. No, thank
Incomplete.
goodness.
Well, he had James open again on the same play, Steve. Right across the 20 there. 40 seconds left. And South Warren with a man down.
Their injured players are really helping us, guys.
That's right. Well, of course, it's a dead ball anyway here, but we can get the play and get up on the line. Well, you know, we're 2 points down, and we need to get somewhere around the 10, 12-yard line for Miss Maddie. So timeout on the field, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Wildcat Country Sports.
An incomplete pass, so the clock won't start till the snap, right? So
That's right. 2 receivers to the right, 2 back to the left. 40 seconds left in the game. Ball at the 44 of South Warren. And Cottle waits for the snap. He's got it. Back to pass, throws it, and just missed him. James was open again at the 30, but threw it a little bit behind him. He's been open the last 3 times in a row, you know it.
Yep. Wildcats with 1 timeout.
All right, 37 seconds left. The snap, back to pass, man open. Throw tipped. So that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we've been here before.
Yep, but we got bailed out on a penalty before, so can't count on that. What a game, 24-22. Well, not quite a war.
You would expect it between the 2 of the top teams in 4A.
Yeah, exactly right. All right. 3 receivers go to the left, and they've only got 2 guys covering over there, so we ought to have somebody open on that left side. There's a snap. Throws it long, and he's got a guy down there, and it is caught. He caught it! 1-yard line! Wow! Oh my goodness! Who made the catch?
Who was it? Hunter James.
Well, we've got one timeout left.
And 4 tries.
We're going to do it right here as Coach Preston comes out on the field. Wow, we're going to keep it right here. Timeout on the field, 1 yard line.
We just took our timeout, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, so we're down to no timeouts now.
And Caudill will get up under center. See if he can find a spot. I believe it'll be the quarterback sneak.
Coach is, he thinks he's got a timeout left. I thought he called 2.
And the snap, and Caudill.
He's in
for the touchdown! 19 seconds left. Jackson Caudill sneaks it in. Wow. 28-24 Wildcats.
With Matty Alexander coming on to add the point after. 19.2 seconds left. Jackson Caudill goes in from 1 yard out. And the Wildcats are smelling a victory over South Warren.
My goodness. What a game.
And what are we doing here? Well, somebody's got a kick. We're not going to go for the... We're going for 2. What are we doing?
Well, I don't think it much. Well, 19.2 seconds left, Steve, so Jackson Caudill on a 1 yard run.
There's a delay. They'll back it up.
Everybody exhausted. South exhausted. 2 opportunities to win the game, and I'm sure that's all they're going to think about.
I am telling you, absolutely, folks, your Wildcats never said die. They have fought, they have clawed, they've got the door shut on them 3 different times when they had opportunities, but they just kept coming back, and they got to kick this extra point, and then they got to hold them out of the end zone for 19 seconds. With a backup quarterback. But I'm going to tell you, with C.J. Hayes, anything's possible. We have got to play the defense. The student body has gone down to the gate. But I'm telling you, there's 19 seconds left.
Well, the pass to James was how many yards? You remember?
How many yards was the pass to James? 42.
He was covered, and the ball was waiting in between them, and he caught it.
All right.
They're going for 2.
I really don't know what.
There he is.
Oh,
He's
wide open. And into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Who was that to?
Hunter James. James catches the 2-point conversion. The Wildcats go up by 6. 30-24, 19.2 seconds left. Jackson Caudill with a 1 yard run for the touchdown. The pass from Caudill to James for the score. And the Wildcats are up 30-24. They got to stay in their lanes, play the defense right here. And James, we're going to keep it right here. This is way too exciting to leave.
Absolutely, 19 seconds. I imagine we're going to squib it on the ground.
Let me do this real quick.
Sure.
That touchdown recap was brought to you by Zaxby's. And boy, folks, what a thrilling touchdown for Zaxby's to bring you. The Big Chicken is dancing right now. And he's urging the defense on. The Big Chicken out at Zaxby's. Stop by Zaxby's after the ball game and celebrate this win if we can hold on to it.
Okay, what was the drive? You remember?
The drive was 67 yards. How many plays in that drive? I lost count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
11 plays. What a ball game. All right. James Baker will kick it away. And we got to make sure that C.J. Hayes is contained along with the rest of them.
Well, we got to squib kick his thing off to the one off to the right side here. That's where he kicks it anyway. But
Now they have all 3 of their timeouts, I believe.
all right, Baker will kick it off of the ground. So you know it's going to be a squibber. All right, waiting for the whistle. Yep. And there it is. It bounces, 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 bounces. And South Warren's got it at the 44-yard line.
13.9 seconds. The good thing about that was it took some seconds off the clock, but now I'm telling you, the ever dangerous Hayes.
And Harrison, the backup quarterback, so we got to put some pressure on him. Only a 3-man rush, and look at our defense, Steve.
Yep. Defense is.
Ball will be snapped with 13.9 seconds left, and Harrison, that quarterback, he's back to pass. Look, get some pressure.
Intercepted! Go down.
He may go all the way. He's going to score! And no, goes down at the 1-yard line. That's the ball game. Wildcats win it.
Who is that?
I don't know.
Well, they're hugging down the goal line, so I can't tell. Who's got it? Saul Brady.